Hello and welcome to a current edition of UFO Video Addicts. Yeah, this is actually a current version as opposed to all the other videos, like I explained the last time. A couple months ago, YouTube just suddenly took down my entire channel. So luckily I had recorded most of my videos, and those are the videos that are currently being uploaded to this new channel. And as soon as I finish uploading all my old videos, I will start doing these current episodes on a regular basis again. But until then, yeah, I really hope that you can subscribe to the channel and help me out by giving me likes, commenting, and sharing this video, because I really want to get monetized again. And yeah, I'm really close to the number of watched hours, but I still need um, a lot of subscribers before I can get monetized. And I would really appreciate it if you guys can subscribe and make the process faster. But anyways, let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video here. The first is a video of this San Diego sphere that was taken by, I think they said this guy was actually worked in the defense industry or something like that, but he captured this sphere from his home in San Diego. Also have this video here of this cube. I mean, here you can't really tell, it looks like a cube, but it was followed by a jet fighter, and then the jet fighter left, and then these people got a video of this. Also have this video from Reddit of a security guard who captured this strange light phenomenon. And then this is an interesting video. It's like 27 minutes long, but of course I can only play a few seconds of it. But again, now yeah, these current videos will all have links to the videos that I show. Yeah, all those old videos that I put up, I don't have the links to those. But you know what? If you want to find, in all those videos, you can always see the title, the YouTube title. So if you can do a search, or if it's a website, or to a magazine or something like that, you can always like look in the URL line, and see the name. So, and you can do a search for those articles and things like that if you want to check those out. But all these these current ones that I put up, I will post the links in the description. Here, this is again, not the most exciting video, but a lot more pilots are now willing to videotape some of these crafts that they're seeing from their planes. Previously, since there was the whole stigma about pilots seeing UFOs, if any pilot did see strange light phenomenon, they generally wouldn't talk about it. But now, because something has changed, a lot more pilots are willing to videotape these things and actually talk about it. So yeah, in this video, like I said, it's not the most exciting, but it is some pilot, a FedEx pilot, capturing the strange light. And then on this video, this is like 50 minutes of pilots and air traffic controllers talking about seeing, different UFOs. And then let's see. And then I got this video here of this strange, I mean, they're saying it's a wormhole, appears in the night sky above Hawaii's Mauna Kea. I think that's how you say that. Also have this video here, 27 minutes long, the top 28 most authentic Bigfoot videos and real footage. And let's see, and then this is a strange one. Now, again, with all of these videos, I make no claims, of their authenticity. All I'm doing is showing you what I find. I mean, yeah, nowadays, with all the special effects and CGI and things like that, it's real hard to determine whether or not these videos are real. But in this video, something happens, the lights go out, and some of these, they're called Russian elites, suddenly have glowing eyes. Now, again, I don't know if this is some kind of setup, or if it's a hoax or a prank or something like that. But yeah, you do see a few of the people in the crowd with glowing eyes, which is very strange. And also have this video here of this the pyramids of Pachacamac. I think that's it, Pachacamac, an ancient masterpiece of construction. But yeah, look at this thing. This is these ancient constructions that there's no way these were built by hunter gatherers. And I've said this before. We've been conditioned to believe that in ancient history there were only primitive people, and then we slowly worked our way up to to the state we are today. But there's more and more evidence to indicate that there were highly advanced civilizations in the past, and I think most of them got wiped out during the Younger Dryas event, when two meteors hit the planet. And uh, and and I also believe that some of these advanced civilizations are most likely operating some of the crafts that we see in the sky. According to who was it? Hal Prudhoff and his ultra terrestrial model. Some of the crafts are being piloted by an ancient human civilization that's lived on planet Earth since before the Ice Age. So again, based on all the evidence that we're finding today, over let's say over the last 20 years, it's very apparent that UFOs, have been seen all throughout history. I mean, there are UFOs or cave paintings of UFOs. Um, there are documents that the CIA put together of people in the ancient past, who witnessed illuminated objects in the sky. So again, it's obvious based on all the evidence that we're finding today that UFOs have always been, a part of our world. They're not all visitors. I believe some of them definitely are visitors, but I think the majority of sightings that we see are being piloted and controlled by advanced civilization or advanced species. Not they're called non-human intelligences. I think some of them are apparently reptilian. Some of them are insectoids, but there are also species that look just like us. That yeah, they can probably blend right in with us. And yeah, and actually, there's a guy, Preston Dennett, has done a lot of research, and he's spoken to people who believe that they have actually met, these some of these other species again that look pretty much like us. And then last, yeah, is another one of these complexes. This is from the 4th century BCE. So what? That's like over 2,400 years. Again, I don't know what BCE stands for, but I believe that's before Christ's time or something like that. But 400 years before Christ. Look at the things that they were building on the side of a mountain cliff. Again, this is not something a primitive culture or hunter gatherers build today. In fact, I mean, look, we still have hunter gatherer societies, all over the planet today, and there's no history of them ever constructing sites like this or having the technological ability to build these things. So again, this is evidence that our past history was occupied by advanced civilizations who were using um, mathematics, advanced engineering techniques to construct these sites. So, anyways, let me go to this first video here. Yeah, this is a kind of a long video. Let me see. Let me just jump ahead to here. Check this out. Yeah, it looks like that thing is spinning. I wonder if this is like, like a probe. Again, this is, I don't think something like this, a tiny sphere like this, is traveling from a gazillion miles away from a different planet. I believe that this is most likely some kind of probe or a drone, again, that's being used by one of our advanced neighbors. Again, there's more and more evidence that these objects are coming out of the sea. UFOs come in and out of the sea. I've seen enough videos of UFOs entering volcanoes. There's stories of UFOs entering and exiting some of our lakes. So yeah, we are not alone on the planet, folks. Anyways, yeah, this is kind of 13-minute video, and it's all just this, not the most exciting. But again, all of the links will now be in the descriptions of these updated videos that I'm doing. Here's another one here. It's a cube. Again, not the most exciting, but apparently this fighter jet followed by black cube over Texas. And this is recent. This is from March 21st, 2023. Yeah, to hear the guy just said a military jet flies by, and then there's that. Again, that's it. Again, I don't want to play all these things. I'll put the links down in the description so you can go to this guy's UFO sightings daily scale. Yeah, this is Scott Waring. Check out his site. Now, this is kind of interesting. Now, this one here, yeah, it's 4 minutes long. Again, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but check this thing out. Yeah, if this was someone with a light holding that, you would be able to see the person, with all that illumination there. Let me just jump ahead a little here. I think this is when it moves across the street or something. Let's see. Let's go to about here. I wonder what that means. Caralho. I wonder if that means, oh my God. And yeah, if anyone out there speaks Portuguese, it would be great if you can tell us what that means. Caralho. Anyways, let's go to this next video. Okay, so now this is a long video, 27 minutes long. I'm only going to play a few minutes of it, but it's this Tom DeLonge UFO timeline, part one. I watched part two too, but it just explains how this rock star was able to use his celebrity status and his interest in UFOs to get a bunch of high level government officials together and bring or disclose. Yes, again, so now all these people out there who are still like whining about UFO disclosure, it's like, yeah, what do you call this? What do you call our government having UFO hearings? Our military releasing videos. Now, granted, I'm sure they haven't released everything that they have, but they've released enough um, to show that that these crafts are real. That this isn't a figment of someone's imagination, or this is these things aren't just some advanced technology that's being used by Russia, China, or or some other rogue government. These things are objects that have been flying around in our skies for thousands of years. But anyways, check this out here. Let me just back up a hair, actually. Let me just stop it right there again. I don't want to get hit with that copyright violations if I play too much of this. But he talks about how even when he did mention UFOs to these guys, that they initially tried to deny it. That they're still, yeah. Back then they were still in the lie and misdirect stage, and I think a lot of it has to do with um, just these corporations who are now in charge of this, or who have been in charge of this, not wanting to share the knowledge that they have and not wanting to lose the power. Um, I've also heard, I think from Stephen Greer, that it has to do with the oil companies not wanting to acknowledge that we as a society have the ability to use sources of energy, that don't require us, taking oil out of the ground. That we do have the ability to access this zero point energy, which again, which is just using electromagnetics to propel vehicles. Yeah, so we don't have to be tied and controlled by oil companies who just want us to pay them for a product. And also, like, there's a lot of religious implications. It's going to upend religious people. And then I've also heard from I can't remember the guy's name on Twitter. Oh yeah, Brian Johnson. This guy Brian Johnson. He's stated that one of the main reasons that there is so much secrecy around this is because they don't want to admit that some of these beings, again, advanced civilizations, again, because they look so much like us, they walk amongst us, and they have the ability to control our thoughts and manipulate our thoughts. And yeah, and then there's nothing we can do about it. And yeah, I guess any government, especially the military, will never admit that that they aren't in control, or that there's forces that are more powerful than them, that they can't control. But anyways, yeah, this is as much as I want to play this. Link will be in the description. Definitely check it out. Okay, let's go to this one here. Yeah, and again, this is not one the most exciting video, but it is a FedEx pilot filming this strange light he's seeing out of his window. Can you believe how people who are actually seeing this still try and rationalize? Oh, it's a weather balloon. And I've heard, like what's his name, Ben Hansen, talking about, oh, these things are Elon Musk's Starlink system. I mean, come on. Anyways, let's go to this one here. So, yeah, so now this one is yeah, almost an hour worth of recordings of different pilots seeing these things and reporting it to air traffic control. Yeah, this is too many silent spots. But again, I'll leave the link in the description. So if you want to listen to this, you can go to this Black Vault Originals website and check it out yourself. Let's go to this video here. This Stargate style wormhole appears in the night sky above Hawaii's Mauna Kea. Let me back this up a little here. It started as a small dot and then grew brighter until it was surrounded by a spiral. Check this out. We need to listen to that music. The symbol of the spiral is one of our most ancient and enduring symbols. Yeah, I think it's an ancient symbol because people in the past, people in our ancient history, were also seeing these objects. So that's why they drew them. Anyways, link to this will be in the description. Let's go to this one here. Yeah, this is a long 27 minute video of all these different Bigfoot sightings. And this one here, there's a family who was just out shooting, and actually right here, right, you can see where my cursor is circling. Again, this is something that they didn't even notice while they were out there. They didn't realize it until they watched this video later on. But this. Then again, this Bigfoot creature was creeping around, and well, at least they think it's a Bigfoot creature. I can't say it for sure. But let me just back this up a little here. Yeah, you see right here? Watch that thing, that guy moving. Yes, anyways, there's that one. Let's see. Let's wait. Here's this one's here. This is a female Bigfoot carrying a baby. Let me go. Yeah, and you know what? Again, the people that are doing this research have determined that there's at least four different species of these hominids. I think these are definitely a cross between primates and humans because they definitely have the intelligence of humans, but their their body structure is more like a primate because a lot of these creatures don't have the ability to turn their necks, similar to chimpanzees and gorillas. If you go yeah Talk to any anthropologist. Chimps, gorillas, primates, they don't have necks like we do. If they want to look behind them, they have to actually turn their entire torso around. And these guys are the same way. I think here's a Bigfoot right here. Let's see. Yeah, let me just stop that right there. The link will be in the description. But I can't believe that there are still people who question the existence of these things. You know, um, the Indians have been talking about these creatures for hundreds of years. We're finding footprints all over the place. And again, and I'm sure there are some out there who no doubt that are hoaxes, but there's no way the hundreds of sightings, the hundreds of encounters that people had, all of the footprints that we were finding, that every single one of those are fake. Yeah, again, we are not alone on the planet. We aren't the only sentient species walking the earth. And again, I've put out the videos of the NOAA who have admitted that they've encountered aquatic humanoids. So there are even beings that occupy our oceans, and I wouldn't even doubt in some of our deep lakes, like there's the story of Lake Baikal, where the Russian scientists encounter these giant. I don't know if they call them humanoids, but some kind of giant creatures. And I don't buy the story that they try to capture these things. Imagine if you're diving underwater. I mean, I would already be freaked out. But if I came across something that was bigger than me, you know, under the water, yeah, the last thing on my mind would be, to try and capture it. I want to get the hell out of there as quick as possible. But anyways, link will be in the description. Let's see. Okay, now this is kind of freaky. I think I'll be able to play this whole thing, but this is a video of Russian elites with glowing eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and play the whole thing. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. So now, does it look like this supermodel here, or this supermodel that she's acting? Could this be a hoax, or is she talking about an actual event that she experienced? Anyway, this is the rest of this is going to just play this. Oh, I can't remember what this movie is called, but I don't want to get hit with a copyright violation for showing this movie. But I'll put the link to this video in the description. Let's go to this one here. Yeah, now this is this ancient site here called the Pyramids of Pa Paca Paca or Pachacamac, ancient masterpiece. Yeah, I said this before. This isn't built by ancient hunter gatherers. If something like this was built back then, today's current hunter gatherers would have some evidence. Yeah, look at these sites. Look at the geometry in these. All right, these are settlements or cities that were built by people using advanced knowledge, advanced math. Someone had um, someone had knowledge of like urban planning and things like that. Anyways, check this out. Yeah, look at these sites again. There's a lot of geometry, a lot of math that went into building this, and like any structure that's built today, right? Someone had to draw out plans. It's something like this. Like, yeah, look at any structure, any building today, right? Every single modern structure, even the ones that were built like during the Middle Ages, right? Someone had to make a plan, right? No one built something like this, with all the instructions, in their head, right? All of these sites are planned out, put on paper, and then they get people to follow the plans and they build this. So obviously, like what, over 2,000 years ago, again, before we discovered writing, someone was drawing out plans, creating blueprints to make these sites. And then I also believe that a lot of the ancient civilizations, like the Incas and Mayas, they didn't build these sites. I think that they were brought and to these sites to occupy. I think a lot of these sites had been maybe vacant, and whoever reseeded our planet after the Younger Dryas event brought these people here. But anyways, a link to this will be in the description. And then last is another one of these, ancient sites that there's no way it was built by primitive people. These are things that were built by someone who had pre-existing knowledge. Because there's no evidence anywhere of people practicing, of of these constructions that were a little more rudimentary or less advanced. Again, whoever was building these things, they knew what they were doing. And if they weren't built by a pre-existing civilization that lived here before the ice age, then I believe that a lot of these sites were built by ancient civilizations that arrived on our planet. from somewhere else. You know, when you look at some of the ancient societies like the Etruscans, the Minoans, and the Mycenaeans, you know, they were using highly advanced building techniques to build their societies. And then another thing is, you know, these people sunburn. All right. If you look at, you know, planet Earth, we have people who have melanin in their skin. They don't sunburn. And then, you know, you have these cultures that occupied like the Mediterranean, with a lot of sun, those areas get a lot of sun, and yet these people sunburn. But the structures that they were building are unlike any other structures that were being built by the indigenous people that were already living on planet Earth. Some of these, you know, ancient hunter gatherers, and we have hunter gatherers, you know, in on every continent, right? South America, Africa, and then, you know, all of these, you know, little islands all over the place. People with melanin, people that are considered indigenous, people that were not making structures like this. So, you know, I would conclude that the people who made these structures, merely by the fact that they sunburn, brought their culture intact, whole, from somewhere else. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. And you know, like I said, if you like these things, please subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up, and please share this video so that I can get monetized quicker. But anyways, yeah, thanks for listening. Until next time.